Good morning and welcome to News Talk 940, the Erwin Trade-A-Thon, the local show that opens the phone lines for local callers to sell local belongings they no longer want but still have value to local buyers is up next on KIXZ. First, we have a moment to look at things from my point of view. I'm show producer Porky and this is my perspective. Amarillo is home to opiate addictions, syphilis transmissions, and now we got our first case of the Zika virus. The infected person is described as being from Potter or Randall County. The person did not catch Zika from a golden spread mosquito. Rather, they caught it in some foreign land and brought it back to the high plains, like a souvenir shot glass. It is possible mosquitoes infected with Zika can make their way to Amarillo, and it's important you remember the 4 Ds of prevention. These include draining standing water from the junk tires littering your yard, dressing in long sleeves and pants like a Poindexter weighing DEET, and know your hippie herbal repellent does not contain DEET. And doing these things daily, every day, like hygiene. If you are picking up your speed or pot in the 3800 block of South Van Buren, you need to find a different wholesaler. The Amarillo Police Department Narcotics Unit busted the discount store earlier this week and removed 38 grams of meth and 70 grams of marijuana, plus drug paraphernalia from store shelves. 3 were arrested and booked into Randall County. The Erwin Trade-A-Thon is up next on KIXZ. I'm Porky, and this is my perspective. More of my thoughts in just a moment after this important message.
On November 8th, you have a real choice at the polls for president. A candidate that is not Republican or Democrat. A candidate not Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. The alternative candidate is not a demagogue with delusions of grandeur. When you head to the polls on Election Day, choose the candidate that doesn't suffer from megalomania, osteoporosis, or amnesia. Elect someone with honorable hair and the ability to keep state secrets. Cast your ballot for the candidate you can trust not to declare dictatorship while maniacally toying with the red button. Instead of choosing between either side of the same defective coin, you do have a choice. Don't euphemistically head for Canada to avoid the fight. Consciously object by voting Libertarian, whoever the hell that guy is.
Political ad paid for by the Dear God, Anybody But Them campaign. We are toast, treasurer.
We're back on Porky's Perspective. The Erwin Trade-A-Thon is up next on News Talk 940. A layover in Amarillo turned costly for a group of out-of-state law enforcement representatives staying at a local hotel on Thursday. Amarillo police responded to take the report from their visiting brethren before lunch. In the parking lot of the hotel in the 8300 block of Amarillo Boulevard, the in-state police found an out-of-state Dodge pickup with a broken window and a pried open bed cover. Missing from the truck were 5 Pelican cases containing 10 guns, a cheaper no-name Walmart case with 4 guns, a bag with 2 guns, and a law enforcement pepper ball shotgun. The thief also made off with 8 badges. 8 cops and 16 guns works out to each out-of-state officer strapped with the pair. The pickup was left unattended for 12 hours and each out-of-state officer is questioning the decision to jump down the Amarillo rabbit hole without their pieces and badges. The corporal who remarked, "We don't need our stinking badges," has been suspended by the out-of-state law enforcement agency without pay indefinitely. And yes, the jurisdiction this group of out-of-state law officers represent has been withheld to avoid embarrassing and shaming them any further than necessary. And now let's take a look at your 5-day weather forecast with weather information provided by a Russian athlete suspended from the Olympics for doping. Today, morning clouds give way to afternoon sun and a high of 95. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 100 degrees. Monday, mostly sunny and a high of 95. Tuesday, afternoon thunderstorms and 95 degrees. And on Wednesday, expect partly cloudy conditions and a high of 95. Weather is brought to you by American Classifieds, your best value for print advertising in our area. You can pick up a free copy all over the tri-state area. To place an ad, log on to AmericanClassifiedsAmarillo.com or call 806-376-8663. Stay tuned. The most useful radio within 500 miles is up next. It's the Erwin Trade-A-Thon. We'll open the phone lines for you to call in and list for sale the items you no longer want, but still allegedly have value. Phone lines are open at 806-353-4037. You could be up next to answer the big question and make a pitch to James G. And listeners across the city limits plus a few 5 miles out. I'm Porky, and this has been my perspective.